Good afternoon to all, and thank you for joining our webinar this afternoon. So in today's webinar, we will explore how SAP Business One is transforming the way global businesses operate, as well as the role of automation and real-time data integration in empowering regional subsidiaries and headquarters to collaborate more effectively and grow smarter. Okay, so before we get started, can I just go through the ground rules for our webinar? Okay, so first item, right, participants will be on mute during presentations to ensure audio clarity. Second, please ensure that your audio is routed through speakers or headset for optimal sound quality. Third, if you encounter difficulties hearing the audio or viewing the presentation, please use the chat feature to notify us about this issue anytime. Okay, fourth, if you have any questions, please click on the Q&A icon to enter them, and we will address questions from the floor during our Q&A session at the end. Lastly, we'll be sending out the presentation handouts to all participants after this webinar as well. So for today, we are happy to have our sales manager, Jamie, as our speaker for our webinar. Okay, so without further ado, let me hand it over to Jamie for her to start off our presentation today. Jamie, please.
Thank you, Priscilla. Hi, a very good afternoon to all of you. And my name is Jamie. I'm the sales manager at B1 Solution. And today I'll be spending the rest of 30 to 45 minutes to share with you how the SAP Business One will help with global and also local operations, especially with the AI automation in action. Okay, and before we start the webinar, I would like to give you a quick introduction about ourselves, who we are and what do we do. B1 Solutions, we have been in the market for more than 20 years. Our headquarters is in Switzerland, and we are focused in SAP Business One implementation for multinational companies, SME, and also the worldwide subsidiary as well. And we have a very strong relationship with SAP around the world, and we have been supporting more than 1,000 clients on all continents. So this is about ourselves. And next I'm going to dive into SAP Business One, where the global and local operations pain point issue will be addressed. So while working with multinational corporations or companies with regional settings, we consistently see a pattern of recurring challenges that hinder agility, efficiency, and also business growth. These include fragmented data landscapes and the lack of visibility across subsidiaries, making it so difficult to make informed decisions. And furthermore, many companies also struggle with inefficient reporting, inconsistent IT, system, and the patchwork tools that don't talk to each other. And as many corporations today face these consistent challenges, we are offering a two-tier ERP strategy that addresses these heads-on. On the top tier, we can see that you could run the SAP system or other ERP systems, or even SAP Business One, on the top tier level. This serves as a central backbone. And now, let's look at tier 2. So each overseas subsidiaries, right, operates its own SAP ERP. So for example, Singapore, the ERP is integrated with Invoice Now via PEPAL. And in Korea, the system integrates Smart Bill to comply with local e-invoicing requirement. And Malaysia subsidiaries, right, is required to integrate with LHDN or Malaysia e-invoicing. So these two tiers SAP Business One systems are not isolated. So they are interconnected through the intercompany transaction function. With our B1 Solutions offering. And the financial and master data replication can then be performed between the headquarters and also the subsidiaries as well. And so what is SAP Business One? Some of you might heard it before, or even you used it before in the past of your employments, etc. So SAP Business One is actually a focus for MNC subsidiaries and small and medium enterprises. We have more than 80,000 customers worldwide with more than 1.2 million of users. And it is always so through partner like us. So B1 Solution, we are the partner for with SAP, and SAP Business One has been used in more than 170 countries around the world. So how the SAP Business One can help with your local and also global growth? Next, I'm going to do a solution demonstration quickly, okay, to address some of the key pain point or the common requirements that you would like to implement with SAP Business One. Okay, let me just do the share. Let me just go to my SAP system now. Okay, I hope you can see my screen now.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, great. So this is the look and feel of SAP Business One, a very modern look running on the browser. And SAP Business One is not just a accounting or ERP system. So if you look at the top tab over here, it supports all the accounting, CRM function. Yes, SAP comes with CRM, sales purchasing, service. If you run any field service or contract services, right, you can use SAP Business One also. So you could actually navigate through all these different tab, right, to go into the functions that you would like to perform in SAP Business One. Okay, for the demonstration today, I'm going to share a few key functions or features of SAP Business One with you. So first of all, let us take a look of the enterprise search. So if you look at the magnifying glass over here, right, I'm sure a lot of you has this experience. I want to search something in my system, but I just couldn't do it easily because I probably would need to navigate to certain documents, certain transaction in order to drill down to the source document that I would like to search for. So SAP Business One, to tackle this, we have this enterprise search function whereby it allows the user to search the transactions, or not just transaction, or any keywords easily within the SAP system supported by the HANA in-memory technology. So let's say, for example, now I want to look at my customer, my top customer, and X related information. So what I can do is I can enter egg over here. Okay, and once I enter it, right, what the system does is it will search through the entire database, okay, and then give me the result all related to an egg. It could be a transactions, it could be a master file, or it could be the item that I have sold to an egg before. So if you look at the left panel here, right, these are all the transactions that consist of this customer name called an egg. So how do I navigate it is I can do a filter. So let's say, for example, I'm looking at an egg right now, but I'm only interested to know what are the related AR invoices, because I'm a sales manager. I log into the system. I'm more interested to look at the sales KPI. So what I can do is I can go to my sales AR invoice over here. Okay, so this is like a filter functions. Once I click on the AR invoices, right, all the information or the data I look on the right panel, right, are related to an egg. Okay, so you can see that 161 beside the sales AR invoice. This means that there are a total of 161 invoice related to an egg. And if I have the authorization, yeah, so I can click on the AR invoice over here to open the actual sales invoice or AR invoice for this particular customer and egg. Okay, and yeah, this is the other key features of SAP Business One. It has a very strong user authorization and also settings, okay, for you to control what can be displayed and what not to display by by user or by user group. Okay, so under the sales AR invoices, right, I can do further filter as well. So let's say, for example, I want to do a filter by posting date. I can do that too. So I can look at this year, okay, invoices only by selecting the this year functions. Okay, if I don't want to do so, I can of course untick. Or if you want to do further filter, right, you can do this too. Okay, so let's say I don't want to show this, I can untick. And if you want to so-called custom, okay, the date range, right? You can do that too using this filter setting. And furthermore, I can actually look at the filter, okay, by the graph also. I can choose what kind of graph I would like to display. So for example, okay, so happen that I'm right? There's only one sales employee assigned to this particular customer, I'm But if you have more than one or two or three sales employees, right, you can see the different bar chart as over here as well. Okay, so this is how you can look, you can use the enterprise search, right, to do a quick search for your for your information that you would like to have. Okay, so if I go back to this particular enterprise search result for UNED, right? Okay, there are a few things to do. So it doesn't mean that that's all you can do. You can also download information, the search information, right? Okay, into Excel. So you can export the result into Excel. Or if you would like to see more information, a lot of us, right, would like to configure the view, our own view, because I want to see the related information only. So what I can do is I can use this function called select columns, okay? And I can tick and untick as simple as that, okay, to display the information that I wanted to see on the screen. So for example, I don't want to see a project related function because I'm not a project based company. I can untick it and immediately the project column will be removed as well. Okay, and then you can also share this search result, right, with your colleagues, okay, by sending this into an email, or you can save it as a tile. Okay, so tile is actually, let me go to my SAP Business One, right? Okay, tile is actually the okay, a small box like that. So it means that once, okay, I save my search result into a tiles like that, right? It allowed me to have a quick access to the search function. And meaning next time when I want to search anything related to UNED, right? You do not have to repeat what I have done just now. You can click on the tiles, right? And immediately run the search using the enterprise search function again. Okay, so these are all the good features that allow you to navigate your data. Okay, in SAP Business One. And SAP Business One, of course, we have an alert function also. So if you have any alert or approval request, right? Okay, you could actually view all the notification using the alarm bell over here. Okay, this is what we call the alerts and notification. SAP supports electronic approval with audit trail also. So if you would like to implement paperless, you don't want to print out the PO to your boss to sign again, you can use the electronic approval function in SAP Business One, okay, to automate the process with the proper audit trail as well. Okay. Yeah, so this is some of the key features of SAP Business One in terms of the navigation, in terms of enterprise search. I'm going to show just a very quick data entry, okay, to share with you how easy you can enter a sales quotation in SAP Business One. Okay, so the learning curve for SAP Business One, right, is very, very quick because it is as simple to use as it is. So first of all, I'm in my sales quotation. 737 is my new sales quotation number. So SAP runs the automatic document numbering, we call it. So meaning that the system runs on the auto numbering for your transaction, not just sales, but also purchasing, inventory, related transaction as well. So next, I'm going to select my customer. And again, traditionally, of course, you can list down all the customers that you have already set in the system or enter in the system. Okay, so in this example, I can just select over here. It's my favorite customer. But in any event that you do not know, okay, or you do not want to list out a customer like that, you can directly enter the customer name in the customer name column as well. So if there's any reference number, you can do it here. So let's say this is RFQ number 0909, okay, which is listed on their probably procurement portal. Okay, and if there's any remark, okay, you can say this is a government project, for example. Okay, and of course, you can define what is the validity and who is the salesperson for this particular sales quotation. And next, what you can do is, of course, you can select, okay, what item you would like to quote to your customer. Again, you can list down the information like this. Let's say I want to quote my printer. okay, for this particular customer. And again, SAP Business One is so flexible. You could even, to change the viewing of your list result over here. So let's say, for example, these are all the available fields in my inventory master file. So you could actually, for example, I want to look at the batch expiry date. I want to look at the bin location. I want to look at the category for my items, right? In this particular listing screen, I can do that easily. So immediately I can see that what is the expiry date for for the batch, bin location, category, etc. So it gives you a very friendly way of customizing your own view without any programming knowledge. You don't have to learn the hard coded or programming in order to change the view. The matter of click and untick in the system. So to continue with my quotation, I can just select the items that I want to quote, okay, and click a select in the system. Okay, so immediately the system will retrieve the inventory data from the database and display in your sales quotation. And again, I don't know what to repeat, but I want to share with you. You could also configure what field you want to see on your sales quotation as well. Okay, let's say I don't want to see the discount. I can take away the discount percentage and click OK. So you won't see any discount anymore. So it doesn't mean that it will take away the discount column in your layout. The screen, okay, the data entry screen and the printing layout, right, is two different story. We could configure the screen and also the printing layout separately. Okay, so your printing layout could be your usual sales quotation, but if you want to see more information on your sales quotation screen, right, you will be able to do that. Okay, and of course, there are some other information related to this sales quotation that you want to put in, like for example, if the bill to customer and the ship to address is different, okay, maybe the customer have multiple warehouses or location, you could actually select it from here, okay, to indicate which location you want to send it to. And if there's any attachment, sometimes if you want to attach your specification, your data sheet, okay, to your customer, you can attach it over here as well. Okay, and after that, right, you can then click as add and view. Okay, save it. Okay, save it. Okay, and email to your customer directly from SAP Business One. Okay, so this is how easy you can create a sales quotation like this. Okay, so if I go back to my SAP Business One, I have shown you the data entry. And the next beautiful functions that I would like to share with you, right, is a features we call relationship map. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, okay, I'm looking at all my sales quotation right now. So this is the long list of my sales quotation. Okay, I'm going to search. Okay, I'm going to search a close sales quotation, okay, in the system so that I can show you the features. And if you look at all these fields over here, right, these are all the filters that you would like to, if you would like to narrow your search result. So let's say I know, okay, the quotation number is 397. Okay, this is my quotation. Okay, again, if I have the authorization, I can click and open the original sales quotation over here. And I'm going to open the relationship map. Yep. So this is the relationship map. So a lot of time, okay, we might want to track, okay, the relationship between the transactions. So let's say, for example, in this particular example, this is a back-to-back order. Okay, how I read it is you can look at the circle or icon over here. These are all the transactions in SAP Business One. Okay, so I have a sales quotation 397. Okay, and I have then convert or copied it into a sales order 477. Okay, after I got the PO from my customer. And again, if you have the authorization, yeah, you can click the sales order to open. And if you have any delivery and if there's any AR or sales invoices that has been copied into, right, you can then look at it over here. So if I look at the example over here, right, you can see that I have actually different sales AR sales invoice over here. And because it's a back-to-back order, I don't have stock. It's indent item. So I issue a PO to my supplier immediately after receiving the purchase confirmation from my customer. So that's where you can see there's a connector to link the sales order to the purchase order. And then I have a goods received, which is a GRN, okay, or supplier's DO if you receive the item from your supplier. And then you can then look at AP invoice, which is supplier invoices. And if there's any payment made by the customer, right, whether it's a down payment or whether it's a final payment, okay, the system would actually link it in the relationship map like this. So in a nutshell, right, at a glance, you can see everything, all the transaction pertaining to this customers. It could be project, it could be sales order, okay, at a glance to give you a very quick navigation, okay, in between all the documents. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So these features is available for sales, for purchasing, for the production function if you run any manufacturing or production operations. Okay. Yep, I'm not going to bore you with all the data entry, the relationship map, because the way you enter the data, right, is pretty more or less the same. But next, I'm going to share with you, right, about the analytics functions. Okay, a lot of time after the data has been entered, okay, or has been uploaded into the system, okay, I'm sure you will be asked by the management or your managers, right, to give you some sort of a report. It could be my top 10 customer, my sales analysis, my inventory turnaround report, okay. So SAP Business One, right, okay, we have analytics functions over here. We have already used dashboard for you. So if I go to my general overview over here, right, okay, you can see that these are all the ready to use dashboard for you. I can look at my total sales amount by customer group. I can look at my purchase amount, okay, by my supplier group also. If there's any intercompany, so let's say if you runs business across the region or across the borders, right, you may sell it to your subsidiaries in Malaysia, or you may purchase raw material, right, from your Indonesia company, for example. So you can use the intercompany functions that we offer, right, to implement it globally, regionally for all the SAP Business One entities as well. Okay, so all the elimination, the intercompany charge, or eventually, if you would like to perform the financial consolidation, our solution will be able to assist you and to achieve all these objectives. And of course, there are some other a lot of useful dashboard, like for example, inventory value, the sales account posting, inventory quantity posting, top sales item, etc. So there are a lot more. I'm not going to bore you with all this dashboard, but I would like to share with you that how easy you can create a dashboard like that. Okay. So if I go to my sales analysis, I'm a sales manager. I don't want to know about my financial. I do not want to know about my inventory. It can be handled by my SCM. But I wanted to look at my, for example, the GP, my gross profit, okay, by employees, for example. So I could have many sales employees working for me, but I wanted to know who is the most profit generating employees. Okay, so what I can do is other than all this standard dashboard, okay, I can create a new one. How do I do it? It's very simple. I can click edit bar over here and click add. Okay, so you don't have to learn any programming or any coding, okay, languages. You can do it easily, okay, on your own. So let's say, for example, I want to see my GP analysis by sales employee. Okay, so maybe I have another subtitle. This is for Singapore region, for example. Okay, region. Okay, so what I can do is first of all, I can select my y-axis. Okay, so if I want to know my gross profit in the local currency, I can just add this. Okay, and then in the x-axis, right, I can select, okay, maybe by my sales employee, I like this. Okay, so immediately you can see that this is my GP analysis by my sales employee. So you could add in and other dimensions if you would like to. But in any cases you do not like to see the bar chart, you want to see it in a line chart, you can change the chart or like the chart type here. Okay, so there are multiple selection, not just line and bar. You can have a stacker column chart. You can have a pie chart like that too. Okay, and if I go back to my content, if I go back to my chart over here, I would like to have it in the line chart, and I can do a sorting also. Let's say I sort by my x-axis. So I want to from A to Z. Okay, this is the ordering that I would like to see. And yeah, this is all good. And then I can click add. Okay, and immediately you can see that a new dashboard has been added to SAP Business One, and I'll spend probably less than 2 minutes to do a dashboard like that. So the whole idea is you do not have to come up with a special reports for your boss, okay? And the manager will have immediate visibility to all these analysis and dashboard, right? Okay, using the analytics functions over here. So there are a lot more wonderful features available in SAP Business One, which I'm not going to show everything to you today due to the time constraint. Okay, but if you would like to know more, right, you can always contact us after the webinar. Okay, so next, let me just go back to my to my slide. Yeah, give me a second. Okay. Yep. Okay. And now let's take a moment. Sorry. Okay.
Yes, we are
So
able to see your slides. Yeah.
can okay, good. So
Mm.
next, let's take a moment to understand why many companies, right, adopts SAP Business One. So let's say, for example, in the subsidiaries need to operational quickly if you enter into a new market, or if there's any acquisition or rapid growth, right? In these cases, your team may not have the bandwidth to integrate the new operations into the existing ERP on time. And it's about the fit. Your headquarter ERP system might be too complex or simply not aligned with the subsidiary specific functional, regulatory, or reporting requirement. So a local ERP system, right, can ensure the subsidiaries get exactly what it needs without being constrained by limitation of the corporate system. And of course, it's about the culture. So local teams often benefit from having a system that reflects their unique business culture and also compliance needs. So together, these factors, right, make the ERP implementation strategy, okay, a practical and also strategic choices for regional businesses looking to balance control with flexibility. Okay. And next, I'm going to talk about a little bit on the AI automation. So AI, artificial intelligence, is something that we
Jamie,
heard a
sorry.
lot. Mm,
Jamie, sorry.
ah,
Currently we are only seeing the slide in the window view. So maybe can you help to try to navigate the slides a bit? So
okay, let me reshare. Yeah,
sure.
can see in full screen.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. I didn't realize.
No worries, no worries.
Okay, yeah. So where am I? Okay, we talk about the AI automation in actions. Okay, and yeah. So what is AI? AI is artificial intelligence, which I believe all of us know what it does. But how do we deploy and implement it into our day-to-day business operating systems and also our operations? Okay, this is value of the or AI automations in ERP system like SAP Business One. And one of the biggest inefficiency in any business lies in handling documents, purchase orders, invoices, delivery notes, and contracts. So with an AI-powered document processing, SAP Business One can now automatically extract the key data, okay, from a scan or digital documents in any format. Of course, it eliminate the manual data entry and reduce the human error, and you can seamlessly integrate the data into your workflow. So, for example, imagine you are receiving 200 supplier invoices every month, and instead of manually entering into the system and do a three-way matching, the systems, right, reads, validates, and posts them into SAP Business One automatically. And this reduces the turnaround time from hours to minutes freeing up your finance team to focus on their management reporting, their analysis, their budgeting instead of data entry. Okay. And with a AI-powered document processing, which in short we call AID, we can now extract the data, right? Okay, from different format. It can be a handwritten form, it can be a scan invoice, and even better, with the AI function, right? The system learns and improve over times. With every documents processed and every piece of feedback the system receive, right? The system becomes more accurate and more efficient. This free up your team, okay, and enable a faster and smarter and workflows as well. Okay, so imagine how it can be integrated into SAP Business One. This slide shows a more complete view of what most businesses deal with daily. So on both the sales and the purchasing slide in SAP Business One, data doesn't always come in the format that you want to be. And the customer will probably send the purchase order in PDF format, which is unstructured images, scans, and native PDF. And the supplier may deliver the delivery order in Excel with a serial number or batch number in a long list. It could be hundreds, it could be thousands, which is a semi-constructed format. And other of your suppliers, right, they may send the invoice to you in maybe more advanced API like JSON or XML, which is structured. But unfortunately, you won't be able to import or upload into ERP directly. And this is where the AI-powered document capture becomes very essential. And let me show you how, and when combined with SAP Business One, how you can eliminate the manual entry diligently by capturing and mapping the documents even in different format. Okay, and let me just stop sharing again and go to my AI-powered data processing system. Okay, so what you have seen here, right, is actually the backend portal. So I have the AI processing engine that's running on the backend. Okay, and what I can see is a quick dashboard to look at how many documents I have on my AI powered portal right now. Okay, and also the accuracy, okay, of data recognition. This is always the first question customer asks me how accurate it is. Okay, so the average accuracy, right, is probably about 95%. And of course, it gets improved over the time. Okay, so if I go to my functions over here, right, okay, I have a different so-called modules over here. But if I look at my supplier invoice, for example, okay, the example I'm going to show you, right, is the AP invoice over here. Let's say I receive a AP invoice from my supplier called TechSource. So TechSource is my supplier, my vendor. They send me an invoice. So what I can do is with the AI-powered ERP system like SAP Business One, okay, the system will actually read this invoice, right, that receive in your, for example, in your email, or you save it in your folder, or you upload into certain FTP for etc. etc. It could be from multiple sources or location. Okay, it reads the invoice, the supplier invoice, okay, and then they store it in the AI powered system like this. And if I click on it, right, okay, you can see that this is my original supplier invoice. My supplier name is TechSource Private Limited. This is the address, this is the phone number, and I am Bright Future Solution Private Limited. I'm their customer, and this is the item, which is the detail, the items that I purchased from this particular supplier. Okay, so the system, I didn't do anything. The system will do an automatical reading of the data and map it to the correspondent field. So for example, the supplier, the system will actually read the supplier name automatically, okay, and update the vendor names over here. And of course, if there's any so-called changes or inaccurate information, you can do further amendment over here. On this is the invoice number, so the system does the auto linkage as well. So you can see this is the invoice number, and if there's any other information like total amount, the GST amount, etc., the system will actually automatically link it into the field in SAP Business One. Imagine this is the field in SAP Business One. And of course, if there's any differences, right, the system thinks that it is not quite right, it should be faulty, for example, you can do an amendment like this and click a save. Okay, this is just an example. Okay, and if everything all right, okay, and if there's no more amendment required, okay, you can then accept this format, and this invoice, right, will be automatically map it to the SAP Business One's supplier invoice or AP invoice functions, okay, and then your finance team do not have to do anything at the backend anymore. The AP invoice will be created automatically. And the other good thing is not just the English reading. Yeah, some of you may say, "Oh, I have some suppliers send me Chinese." Okay, I want the system to do translation and update the field for me as well. So it is not limited to just English. If you have a PO, for example, I have multiple example over here. I have a 采购单. Okay, some of you knows that the 采购单 meaning the purchase order. Okay, I can click on this purchase order in the AI powered platform. Okay, and if you look at this, right, these are all the Chinese character, and the system again, it does recognize, okay, which is the vendor number and what is the item number and what is the address, currency, PO number, etc. Okay, so if you have any handwritten forms, right, it does the same. You can recognize Vietnamese, Thai, different languages also. Okay, of course, you do have to go through all this every day because the system does the auto recognition. But for demonstration purpose, right, I would like to share with you how easy you can map it to the SAP Business One at the backend. Okay, and next, let me just go back to my PowerPoint. Priscilla, you can see full screen, right?
Yes, yep. I can see the
Okay.
diagram.
Okay, great. So this is what I have done just now, a quick demonstration on the intelligence or AI-powered document processing. And next, the AI automation functions we are talking about, right, is a predictive analytics for better business decision. So data is only valuable if it leads to action. And with predictive analytics powered by BI, you can move from a reactive reporting to a proactive decision making easily. So, yep, these are some of the key features in SAP Business One. Predictive AI, they can do a forecast of inventory demand so that you can prevent the stock out. You can do a predictive cash flow, okay, so that before it happens, right, okay, you can plan your cash flow more easily. And also, we have a delivery schedule management. It can suggest the optimal delivery strategy based on the delivery or based on the customer required delivery date. Okay, and of course, it has the web client analytics, right? That gives you a lot of predictive analytics, right, within the standard SAP Business One system. So you can use all these different predictive analytics, right, to avoid stock shortage, for example, or to avoid excess holding costs. This level of foresight turns SAP Business One from an operational system into a strategic decision making engine. Okay. And yep, so the last thing, right, the AI automation available is you can build the business AI solution, okay, in the system. So sometimes the standard AI might not be enough. Every business will have their unique challenges. So that's where the custom AI solutions comes in. So with SAP Business One, you can connect easily with AI tool, whether the data comes from SAP or other system. So you can do things like, for example, using the AI, you can spot unusual transactions to catch a possible fraud. You can analyze your customer feedback to understand what people is thinking, and also checking the product quality automatically as well. Okay, so to give you some ideas, right? Yeah, SAP Business One, we offer a function called SAP Analytic Cloud. So it's a cloud-based BI solution that provides further artificial intelligence, business intelligence, and augmented analytics, right? Working with the SAP BTP. Okay, so BTP is another tool offered by SAP to provide a foundation for integration and innovation. And this is where the SAP Analytic Cloud comes in. Built on SAP HANA, so SAC combines business intelligence, planning, and AI-powered cloud in the all-in-one cloud-based platform. So if we bring this to life with a quick example, you can look at the top tier over here. So let's say we have directors meeting. So the C-level executive opens the SAP Analytic Cloud on their tablets before the meeting. Instantly, they can see the live dashboard showing the sales performance, the forecast, and even the key KPIs pulled out from the SAP Business One, or it could be from Excel or third-party system. And if they notice a dip in one region's numbers, right, with a tab, they can drill down into the data to make strategy decision. And thanks to the hard work of regional sales manager who consistently or diligently update their sales opportunities using the SAP Business One, the management can track the product performance and market trend in time. And behind the scene, right, the IT and business intelligence architects have built the foundation. So they connect the data sources, automated reporting, and enable AI-powered analytics, turning what used to be complex and disconnected into a seamless and intelligent experience as well. Okay, and yeah. So next, how do we start about the local expertise in compliance? Okay, after implementing the SAP Business One at the headquarters, how easily I can implement it to my subsidiaries into the region. So when companies expand across border, compliances quickly become one of the biggest challenges. Each country has their own tax rules, reporting format, invoicing regulation, and missing just one requirement can lead to delay payment or penalties, or even sour the relationship between the customer and supplier. So this is where B1 solutions add value. Beyond SAP Business One core functionality, we bring in deep local expertise to ensure your system fully comply with the local government, which mandates in every countries where you operate. So for example, in Singapore, we have an invoice now to support the e-invoice and GST return. For Malaysia, all the Malaysia registered company will need to submit their invoices, right? Okay, to the LHDN and get the validation and print the QR on their invoice. Indonesia, we have e-Faktu. Thailand, we have their own VAT as well. So we have established a very robust global footprint. We are present in 22 countries across 5 continents with both local entities and consultants team, right? They're strategically positioned to support our customer wherever they operate. From Asia Pacific to Oceania, from Europe to US, we ensure global delivery with a local touch and connection. Okay. And at B1 Solutions, our strength lies in our people. So we are a team of over 180 seasoned professionals, strategically located across more than 40 countries. What sets us apart is our ability to pair the local and also global delivery capabilities with a strong local expertise. And ultimately, we are the single point of contact for your business and IT needs, no matter the country, language, or time zone. Okay, and yeah, thank you. Now we open the Q&A flow. So if you have any questions, right, please enter in the Q&A box.
Thank you so much, Jamie, for your insightful presentation. Okay, so now we are at our Q&A segment. Okay, so we will start to address some questions from the floor. Okay, if you have any questions, please do drop in your questions and enter them into our Q&A box. Yeah. Okay, so far we have already received one question already. Okay, this question is, does SAP Business One on Cloud provide the full range of functions available in the on-premise version?
Okay, so SAP Business One, right, support a hybrid deployment. It can be on-premise, it can be on cloud. And the interface that I show you just now, right, is it's a function called web client. Okay, so web client, right, they offer the commonly used operational requirements and functions. Okay, for the for example, sales, purchasing, inventory movement, services. Okay, and if you are talking about full range, like for example, the setup of the authorization, the administration, right? Okay, it is available, okay, running on the cloud client version as well. So even though it's a bit complex, if you heard what I have explained, but basically it supports, okay, SAP Business One Cloud support the full range of functionality.
Thanks, Jamie. Okay. Do we have any other questions currently from the audience? Okay, maybe let's give another 1 or 2 minutes, okay, for the rest of the participants to key in if they have any further questions as well. Okay, one more question. Okay, can we email the search result to non-SAP users?
Okay, if you are referring to the enterprise search, right? Okay, um, I would think it is, but you got to manually enter the email address lah. And the SAP Business One, right, must be configured, okay, to have email enable function so that you can email it directly to the users that you would like to.
Thank you, Jamie. Any other questions from the floor? So while we are waiting for the rest of the participants to drop in any further questions they have, okay, I would also like to thank everyone for taking your time out to join us for our webinar today. Okay, and I've also just shared a survey link, okay, for our post-webinar survey, okay, in our chat box. So please feel free to submit your feedback for us if you have any further feedback, further suggestions for us, or if you would like to have a further consultation with our team as well.
Okay, so I have questions over here. Are the AI features from SAP and is it from a third party integration? Okay, so it's a very good question. So we offer both. So SAP, right, they do have their AI function, but we also work with a AI company called Stapler, okay, to enable the AI functions or AI automation integrated with SAP Business One.
Thanks, Jamie. So maybe we can still take another 1 or 2 questions before we end off our webinar. Yeah. Okay, so for the rest of the participants, if you have any remaining questions for us, please feel free to key them into the Q&A box. And then also just to share that we would be sharing the presentation handouts with all the participants as well. So which will include our contact details. So if you wish to, if you would like our team to do a further follow-up with you about your requirements, please do feel free to either contact us through our presentation handouts, or you can also just submit in the webinar survey for us. Thank you very much for your time as well. I believe that's probably all for the questions. Hang on, maybe we might have one more. Okay, one more question. Can AIDP recognize handwriting?
Yes, AIDP, right, can recognize handwriting or handwritten document as well. Of course, I mean, the accuracy, right, is something that we are looking at. So so for the AI, right, the benefit is it has the machine learning function, so it learns the handwriting right over the time to increase or improve the accuracy. So the handwriting could be in English, or if it is in Chinese or Vietnamese, right? The system will be able to recognize also.
Thanks, Jamie. Okay, so I believe if that's all for our questions today, then maybe we can call an end to this webinar session. Okay, sure. Thank you so much, Jamie, for your time, and thank you for the participants as well for joining us today. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I'll see you guys again. Bye.
Thank you.